Welcome, team. So let's talk about AI. We're all using it, right? But the real question is, are we using it wisely? Because honestly, most people are kind of flying blind, and that's a huge risk. So think of this as your professional's guide, your playbook for building the critical judgment we all need to get this right.
So let's just cut right to it with the big question. Do you really understand the AI you're using every single day? And look, if you're like most people, the honest answer is probably not really. And that's not just some academic problem, it's a massive business risk waiting to happen.
And I'm not talking about hypothetical risks. This stuff is happening right now out in the real world. You've got two extremes. On one side, you have people blindly trusting AI, which leads to some, well, pretty disastrous mistakes. On the other side, you have people who are so afraid of it that they're missing out on incredible opportunities. Both of these mistakes are costing companies a fortune.
Okay, to really get a handle on where AI is going, we've got to take a quick look back at where it's been. And trust me, the history of AI has been a wild ride of massive hype, followed by crushing disappointment, and then, suddenly, a real breakthrough. Understanding this cycle, well, that's your secret weapon for cutting through all the noise today.
I mean, just look at this timeline. It tells the whole story. It kicks off way back in 1956 with this incredible, breathtaking optimism. People thought, yeah, we're on the verge of making machines that think just like us. But it didn't happen. And when those grand promises fell flat, the funding just vanished. Boof. Hello, first AI winter. It took decades and an explosion in data and computing power for AI to come roaring back to life, which brings us to the revolution we're living in right now.
This quote just perfectly captures the vibe back then. A pioneer in the field in 1970, saying we were just 3 to 8 years away from human-level AI. I mean, wow. It's that kind of unbridled optimism, that overpromising, that led directly to that massive letdown and the AI winter. And here is the single most important takeaway from all this history. That cycle, overpromise, underdeliver, backlash, it's still happening right now, every day. Once you understand this pattern, you become a much smarter consumer of AI. You can start to see through the marketing fluff and tell the difference between real, sustainable tools and just, vendor hype.
All right, so we've seen the hype cycle. Now let's pop the hood and see how this stuff actually works. And I mean really works. Forget the sci-fi movies for a second. We're going to look at the real engine that's driving this whole thing.
This right here, this is the fundamental shift you have to get. Think about a calculator. It follows hard-coded rules. A programmer wrote, if you get 2 plus 2, the answer is always 4. It's simple, it's explicit. But modern AI, it's a totally different beast. It doesn't follow rules. It learns from seeing massive amounts of data. It's less like a calculator and more like a student who has read basically the entire internet and can now write a pretty convincing essay on almost anything by just replicating the patterns it saw.
So if you only remember one thing from our time today, please make it this. AI is a statistical pattern matching machine. It is not thinking. It does not reason. It doesn't understand context. It is simply predicting the next most likely word in a sentence, based on the trillions of patterns it's learned from its training data. It is an incredibly powerful trick, but at the end of the day, it's still a trick.
Now this is where the sci-fi dream really clashes with today's reality. The AI we have today is what we call narrow AI. Think of it like a chess grandmaster. It is absolutely brilliant at that one specific thing, playing chess. But ask it to play checkers, it has no idea what to do. Its skills don't transfer. AGI, or artificial general intelligence, that's the dream of an AI that's like a human, smart across the board. It's a cool idea, but right now, it's pure science fiction. It does not exist.
And this confusion right here, this is the source of pretty much every single exaggerated headline you read about AI. When you hear that an AI passed the bar exam, your brain might jump to robot lawyers. But what really happened is a narrow AI got very good at recognizing and replicating patterns found in legal texts. It's a stunning achievement for sure, but it is not the same as thinking like a lawyer, not even close.
So, if AI is just a world-class, very sophisticated parrot, how much can we really trust it? That is the million-dollar question, right? And the answer has huge practical consequences for how you and I use these tools in our actual work. This is where the rubber really hits the road, because it's just a pattern matcher. An AI has no concept of what is true or false, and that means it can be wrong with incredible confidence. We call this a hallucination. It can literally invent a legal case out of thin air, complete with fake citations that look totally real. It can make up statistics to support an argument, and it'll present this made-up information as if it's gospel truth.
So let me just pose this question. If the entire system is built to just predict the next most likely word, what happens when the most common, most likely pattern it learned from the internet is just factually wrong? The AI doesn't know any better. It will confidently repeat that mistake, that falsehood, because that's what the pattern says to do. That's the hallucination problem, and you have to assume that risk exists every single time you use an AI.
So how do we protect ourselves from this? How do we use these amazing tools without getting burned? Okay, I'm going to give you a super simple 3-step checklist. This is your practical framework to use every time you think about giving a task to an AI.
All right, here it is. Step 1, assess the task. Is this something a pattern matcher would actually be good at? Things like summarizing text, brainstorming ideas, rephrasing something? Perfect. Step 2, consider the data. Does the AI actually have the information it needs? If you're asking about your company's secret Q3 strategy, it's not going to know. And finally, step 3, the most important one. Evaluate the stakes. What's the cost if the AI is subtly and confidently wrong? Is this a low-stakes email draft, or is this the final report you're sending to a major client? Your answer changes everything.
And that brings us to the real bottom line. AI is an incredibly powerful assistant, but it's not a replacement for you. It can't be. Your expertise, your experience, your critical judgment, that's the essential layer that turns a raw and potentially flawed AI output into a successful business outcome. You are the human in the loop, and you are more important than ever.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. AI isn't some magic 8-ball that has all the answers. It's a new kind of tool, a pattern-matching engine, and you're the one holding the keys. Now that you understand how it really works, the question isn't what can AI do? The question becomes what valuable patterns will you ask it to find? The future here isn't about what the machine can do. It's about what we can accomplish with